Hey, what's going on? Just wanted to share a little bit more about the idea of binaries. So binaries is when you, or a binary is when you ask a yes or no question. The reason why this is extremely important is because it allows some quick back and forth between you and your prospect or your potential client. And the reason why that is important and valuable is because towards the end of the call, when money's on the table and when they're starting to feel a little bit fearful and doubtful about like, should I do this, right? Like a little bit of the hesitation. You don't want to get into some drawn out like soliloquy or just like talking way too much. You want to get to the point fast. So using these binary questions will allow you to have again that bit of a back and forth. So here's an example. So you can ask a question that's a yes or no question to get an answer. And so that will usually lead you to what's called the Socratic method. So Socrates created this process or a flow where you're asking them questions to lead them to a conclusion. So for example, I'll use this one because it's very powerful. And you go, hey, have you ever heard of Jim Rohn? And they're going to be like, yes or no, right? They might say no, like who's that? Or if they're in the coaching space, they'll be like, yeah, of course, that's Tony Robbins, coach and mentor. So you go, yeah. And have you ever heard his quote where he says, for, you know, things don't happen by chance in life, they happen by change. Have you ever heard that quote? Another binary, they most likely will say no to that unless they really study Jim Rohn. So you say, hey, have you heard of, yes, like, hey, just quick question, have you heard of Jim Rohn? You're like, yeah, it's like, have you heard of his quote where he goes, life doesn't happen by chance, it happens by change, or success in life doesn't happen by chance, it happens by change. And they might say, no, I haven't heard of that. And then you say, yeah, so the reason why I'm asking that is because I'm curious for you, Jen or John, what do you feel needs to change in your life for you to actually see the success that you're looking for? Let's put making a decision, let's put like investing aside. What do you feel you need to change so that way you can actually get the results that you're after in your life? So you see, so we asked a series of binary questions, but we asked those series to get to a conclusion. And the conclusion is like, hey, let's put making a decision aside. Let's put investing in our program aside. What do you feel you need to change to actually get the results that you're looking for? They will tell you, right? If you have the rapport, if you have the connection, they will let you know what they need. So in this case, let's say they go, well, honestly, I think I just need to stop procrastinating. I feel like I need to like be held accountable. I feel like I need to get this figured out, right? Whatever the situation may be. But more importantly, you go into another question where you kind of lean out a little bit and you ask, are you sure? Right? So you'd be like, um, have you heard of this quote? You say the quote, and then you say, okay, so what do you feel you need to change in your life? Money aside, making a decision aside, like what do you feel you need? And they'll tell you, and they say, you lean out a little bit and you go, are you sure? I guess like why is that the thing that you need to change the most? Okay, so you're just being curious, you're really digging into like what do they need? When you do that, they will then double down on the reasons why they need to change that. They'll say, no, yeah, absolutely. That's the thing I need to change because this, and that, or because if I don't change that, this, and that will happen. You can also go a bit deeper by saying, okay, and so I guess if like you're not able to do that, ultimately, like what would you miss out on? That question is extremely powerful because then they will be able to be extremely clear with themselves on what this is about. This isn't about, like investing in a program or getting support or getting coaching. This is about helping them stop missing out on the things that they want and start moving towards the things that they're after. Right. So when you can help them fully understand that by them moving forward with your support, you're helping them move towards their desire and move away from their challenges and their pain and the things that they do not want. So again, to recap, we're talking about the power of binary questions or binaries. And a binary question is yes or no. So the example we gave is, hey, have you heard of this author? Yes or no. Have you heard of the quote where it goes this and that? Yes or no. And then you ask them, okay, I'm curious for you, what do you feel you need to change? Okay, or what do you feel you need to do? Okay, they'll tell you, and then you double down by asking, are you sure? Like, do you feel like that's the biggest thing that you really need to take care of, or tell me more? they'll tell you, and then the last piece that you'll get into, gotcha, because I guess if you don't change that, what do you feel would be the consequence? What do you feel you would miss out on? They will tell you. And so you use all of this as clarity for them to understand. And you can even pivot into a close at that point. You say, yeah, so listen, Jen, based on everything you're telling me, again, let's put making a decision aside. You don't have to do anything today. But just from what I'm gathering, I think for you, it makes a lot more sense to do something and get support versus doing nothing and kind of keeping the same challenges that you're dealing with. Would you agree? Yes or no? That's another binary, right? Would you agree? Yes or no? Okay, if they say yes, then boom, let's figure it out. What do they need? Is it just the finances? Is it just the timing? Can they leave a deposit? So using these binary questions will allow you to give them clarity, but also will allow them to ultimately decide, you know what, yeah, I really need help with this, so let's figure it out versus make excuses or get stuck in old patterns.